Hi coders, my name is Bhupinder and I welcome you to my channel Adaptive Learning. So in the last video, we have seen how we can save our user password in encryption form, and we were saving every user password in encryption form. If I show you what we were doing in the last video, uh, we had created this route sign up route by which we can add more user into the database. So last time we had created this user in our DB, and like this user had this password. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this video, like if the user try to log in the system or try to log in the application, then two things are required. One is the username and the password. Okay, but the problem is that when the user was created, that time the password was 1234567 8. Okay, but the password that that has been stored in the DB, this is because we were storing the password in encryption form. So this is the encryption form of the 1234568, right? But if I try to log in with this username and this password, right? So if I hit the send button, it is working right now. Okay, but it is it is very hard for someone, or it is impossible for someone or any user to remember this password. In today's life, it is very difficult to even remember the mobile number. So it will be very difficult to keep this long password in mind. So we can't remember the encryption form password, and this is not the ideal way to do it. Okay, so what we are going to do in this video, we will we will give this password, and we will give this username to our application, and with this password we should be able to get inside the application. So that will be our motive for the total video. Okay, so what I'll do first, I simply just copy this password from here, and I'll simply paste it. Okay, let me paste it. Okay, now if I try to hit the send button, let's see what we get. It is saying, and it is giving 500 internal server error, and it is saying user doesn't exist in the DB, which is wrong. We do have a user name with Sonu at the type.com, and Sonu's password is 1234567 8. Okay, so let's go inside the application, and okay, so let me show you the DB as well first. So as you can see, we have the user Sonu at the test.com, and the Sonu's password is this. Okay, but when we are inserting actual password, it is saying user doesn't exist in the DB. Okay, so this is here. Okay, this line is being executed when the when the this query is not able to find the password. Okay, because this query will get executed only when the email and the password both are same. Both condition should be true to execute this query. So one condition gets failed, that's why it is saying user doesn't exist in the DB, right? So what I'll do first, I'll simply change this end to or, because if we if we give 1234567 as a password, then every time it is going to it is going to fail. Okay, so but we don't want to uh, but we don't want to fail, so we will pass this password, and for that we are changing our end to or. Okay, so one of the condition, if the one of the condition is true, then it is going to execute the query, right? Okay, okay, and the next thing what we are going to use here, let me first see what we are getting. Okay, so in console, let me just remove that this length for now. Okay, and let's save it. And now if I hit the send button, uh, it is generating. Okay, it is generating with this password. Why it is generating? Because here the query is like, if we are getting the email or maybe the password, but in this case email is true, that is why it is generating the jot, but this should not happen, right? This is the loophole of our application. So what we can do, so for that, first we will see we are getting the user email and the password, right? So and this is the user and the password of the user, which is stored in the database, right? Because we are fetching that user email and the password, and the password that we are entering from the back, from the UI side on the and the postman and the user, we are giving this variable into query, right? So what we can do here, we can simply uh, we will first we will extract this password from this array, or yes, we will extract this password, or let me type 0 here, and then the password, right? In this way we should be able to get the password. So let me hit the send button one more time. Okay, okay, now we are getting the password. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to use one more method or function of bcrypt.js, that is compare. What compare will do for us, compare will do, compare will take two things. First, the encryption password, and the other one is the hack, and the other one is the password that we are entering from the UI side or the postman. Then it is going to compare both the password. If both the password is if both the password is same, the encryption and the normal password, then it is going to give us true. Otherwise, if the password are different, then it is going to give us false, right? So we are going to use compare. Okay, so let me just come here, and let me just type here. uh, so what can I type here? I will type here, uh, let me see how they are using it, so I can get the idea. Decrypt, and then okay, they're using comparison, but I don't want to use, I want to use this compare only. Okay, okay, we are going to use this. Okay, in this way we are going to use. Okay, so let me just come in the application, and then I will type await decrypt. Why I'm going to be doing await decrypt. Okay, we just need to uh, import one more function, that is compare, and we can directly uh, directly type a compare, right? And in this compare we will pass two things. First one is the encryption form password. Sorry, the first one is the password that we are getting from the UI or the postman, and then the hash password, right? So I pass here first thing, our user underscore 0 dot password, and then the password which is we are getting from the UI or postman side, so that is password only, right? And then it takes a function which takes two parameters, and here I can say user, newly user, or I can say user only. Okay, it will work for us. And here we can we can check if error, if error, then return what can I say, response or status, and then here uh, 400, and then press send, and then here password password is incorrect. Okay, and here first we will console the user, console.log user compare compare password, and then here user. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'll simply just again hit the send button and just wait. It is right now, it is creating the jot, which is not the ideal case. I will change it later. For now we just want to see the console. It is saying false. That means this user password is incorrect, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is the correct password according to me. Then why it is saying it is? And here, why it is showing us this normal password? Oh, I think we are doing wrong here. Okay. Why? Let me just see the documentation one more time. Load hash from the password DB. This is hash password, right? Did we pass the hash or? Okay, I think we should we should write this just we should write password as a first argument. I think that is why we are getting that. So I'll just change the order of it. Okay, I think now it should work. So let me just again open the Postman and let me hit the send button, and still it is working. And now we are getting true. Okay, that means both the password are correct. You have to take care one thing here. Please right, please inside compare function you need to put the password which is being passed by the UI or the postman. That should be first argument, and the second one is the hash. Okay, and the third one is the arrow function, right? Where you can get if you get the error, you can send the response accordingly, and if you get the user, then you can send the response as per the user, right? Okay, now we are getting the password. That means both the password are true. So we can put here a condition, and that condition will be if user dot if user is equal to true. If the password is correct, then only we are going to generate this token, right? We will copy this thing from here to here and place this thing here, right? Like this, and then we will also copy this just like this. Okay, else else what we are doing? Else we are simply sending here user doesn't exist in the database, and we can simply remove this if. Okay, okay, I think it looks good to me. Let's see. Okay, so we can simply remove this line as well. Let's keep this line here for now, and let's remove this line from here. Okay, if the user equal to, then only we are going to make our payload, and then only we are going to generate the token here, and we are sending a token username and the password, password here should be not this one. The password should be here. And the password should be here. User. Then yes, and then the password. Okay. So that the whoever seeing the response, that whoever the person seeing the response, he should not be able to see your actual password, right? That is why we are sending the encryption password in the response. Okay. So now if I go and here try to hit, could not get the response. Okay, something went wrong. Let me just see what went wrong. Password undefined. Okay, 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 okay. Cannot read. Password seems user dot. This giving error. It looks fine to me. Okay, okay. You're making a payload, right? And then payload token email username in the password. Okay. Let me first console the user here. Console the user what and then the user. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think it is happening because we are taking this user again again. Let's change it for now. Let let's change user to what we can say user verified. Right? We can type like verified and let's just keep this from here and just replace this from user to user verified, right? If this is true, then only we are going to generate the token. Let's see. Now it is working again. That was happening because of that, because we were taking user again and again, and that's why we were getting that error. So now it is working. Now you can see. Now we are able to now we don't have to remember this encryption form password. Now we can simply type this password, and with this password we are able to generate the jot, right? One more thing I would like to show you, like if I if I change anything in the password, like 8 to 9, and let's see what happens now. Then it is going to say user doesn't exist in the DB, which means because this password and the password that we have got in our database both are different. That is why it is saying user doesn't exist in the DB. Okay, and I hope you also have got the reason why I have changed this query. If I if I had put here and then this wouldn't this wouldn't this would not this query would not execute because to execute this query both the conditions should be true. That is why I have changed and to or, okay, to execute the query. So what we are doing, we are simply fetching the user email, and on the basis of email we are allowing, we are moving ahead. Okay. And one more thing I would like to show you, now we are like if I change to 8, it's going to work. It is going to generate the token. Okay. Okay. So guys, I think this is all what I have to tell you regarding to BigQuick.js. Now we have seen both the function. The one function was hash, and the second one is a compare. In hash, with the help of hash, we were able to save our password in encryption form. And now we have seen compare, how compare function works. with compare function we are able to compare both the password which we have in our database and the password which we are sending from the postman. If they both are equal, then only it is going to generate the token. If they don't equal and if they are different, then token will not generate. So uh, so guys, this is what I really wanted to show you. So I hope guys, if you like the content and if you think this content was useful for you, and if you're liking the videos, please subscribe to my channel and share this content with your colleagues and friends. Just share these videos. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Till then, bye bye, take care. I'll see you in the next video.